Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Live Penguin TV. My name's Sky, and I'm joined by Viv.
Hello, everyone. So sorry to keep you tonight. We have had a lot of fun trying to get ready. So we have set the scene tonight. We had 1,102 penguins cross the beach. Yeah, I'm going to monitor Facebook and try to ask as many questions to Sky as I can possibly think of. So ask away, and thank you very much.
Yeah, so sorry for the late start, everybody. It's not quite what we wished. We had tech issues and the penguins came in super early. So we have had a few things working against us tonight. We will be running the stream for the next 20 minutes or so, though we'd love to go longer, but that is when the stream will end. Well, that's when the lights will start to go off. That will be the end of the count. So we'll try and give you some good value for watching. We've just got a little chick on the screen here. It's hassling, or not a little chick, it's a giant chick, isn't it?
It's huge.
A huge chick, hassling any adult that will listen, by the looks of it, for some food. So yeah, really big, healthy looking chick, but still quite a bit of fluff. I reckon this is what sort of Bluey, our little burrow cam chick, was looking like just before he or she left the burrow. So I reckon this one might be about to fledge sooner than later, I reckon, Viv.
Definitely can't have long.
No, it can't be long. But no, so thank you for your patience tonight and welcome to the stream. We're so glad that we could finally get online and going for you. Now, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we're watching the penguins. I'm watching the penguins anyway. This is the Boonwurrung of the Kulin Nation, and I'd like to pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I'd love for you to pop in the comments the land on which you are watching on. Who are the traditional custodians of the land where you are? Do let us know. We always love to hear where people are watching from. And happy Clean Up Australia Day, everybody. What a fun day. So for those of you who aren't from Australia, today is a really special day where, as the name suggests, we clean up Australia. We get people out and about doing all sorts of rubbish picking up and all sorts of cleaning. And it's all about getting rid of debris and litter and rubbish from out of our natural areas. So let us know in the comments how you have been celebrating Clean Up Australia Day. Or if you're not from Australia, let us know if you've done any cleaning up in your country. We're not in Australia. If you haven't done anything for Clean Up Australia today, perhaps you can let us know in the comments. What is it that you do so that we don't need to clean up Australia? What steps have you taken? And we've given you lots of hints on these live streams so far. So what steps have you taken to make sure that we don't need to be out there doing any cleaning? I'm not going to give you any hints. So I think you guys should know a lot of these answers. So what are some of the things that people can do, and what are you doing specifically to keep Australia and the world clean? So that we'll keep an eye on that little hungry chick who's hassling lots of different penguins coming down that highway there. But yes, we've missed the start of the count. We would have, honestly, tonight we probably would have missed the start of the count anyway. They started at 8:10 our time, Australia time, or Melbourne time, I should say, which is very early. Last night it was 8:26, so a full 16 minutes earlier than last night, which is a little bit odd. They're usually a bit more consistent than that, Viv.
Just a bit. I guess the high tide really has them raring to go.
Yeah, and it didn't feel that much darker tonight. So don't know what was calling, but geez, you know what? Actually, it seems like a lot of penguins. This is just looking like an absolute multitude of penguins. Maybe a lot of them are coming in tonight and they were just like, right, we're all ready, we're all here, we're feeling full of confidence and there's lots of us.
Yeah, I reckon they knew we had technical difficulties and they're feeling a bit camera shy.
They're like, yep, let's sneak in before there's the live stream goes. Oh gosh. Oh dear. So let's have a little look. It is a rather high tide. So yep, they're surfing almost all the way in. We've got a little raft coming right now, and let's watch them if they surf all the way in. So they're arriving on the shore. Are they waiting at all, or are they just running? Yeah, it just looks like they're going to go straight for it. Let's see them as they cross this beach. Little shaking out their flippers as they go. Yep, they're going. They're not even really grouping together much anymore. They're just making that dash as if it's nothing. Yeah, I wonder on higher tide nights, we sometimes see them coming in more dribs and drabs because they don't need to have that confidence. I think they don't need to have that confidence of the group. They don't need to have all of them going together at the same time. Oh, wallaby, hello. They always hop off so quickly, and I can never chase them with my... the penguins have gone sort of rolling like little skittles to get away from that wallaby, but no, I can't see it at all. Let's follow these guys up the hill since we're here. And do we have any questions or any comments or anything from our people at home, Viv?
Absolutely. So I did have a question. We've talked about the chick stages having P1 to P4.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do anything like that for the molters?
Oh, we do. Yes, we do. I don't know a lot about it, but I know we certainly do stage the molters. We have a bit of a pre-molt stage, which is when they're ready to come on out. And I think it's is it called M1,
Yeah.
What's it up to? Do you know
It's
the number?
M1 to M4.
M4
like the
as
chicks,
well.
It's at 25% for each stage.
Oh,
of all
okay.
the feathers falling out.
Yeah, fantastic. So I've sort of seen the M whatevers, but oh gosh, look at all those penguins coming up the highway. But I haven't known a lot about it. So yes, we do. Yes, we do grade them. And yeah, as we've said many times before, that it usually takes them about 17 days. It's about 17 days that they'll be out of the water. If you don't know what we're talking about when we say molt, though, it is the molting season. It's kicking off right now. We're seeing lots of, quite a few, molting penguins in our colony at this very moment. What that means is the penguins get rid of all of their feathers in one go. They, instead of, like most birds will drop a feather here and there and sort of replenish their feathers, throughout their lives as they go. Penguins don't do that. They do it all in one hit, and it's about this time of year, and it takes them about 17 days. And I reckon we've got a pre-molter right here. Look at this lump of a penguin. This one is struggling to even walk, as it is so ready, I guess, to molt, because they'll fill themselves up. They'll almost double their weight in preparation for a molt. And this is a penguin that's looking about double. Have you even started? What's going on with you? Ooh, I think I've seen this one before. It's got a bit of a light head. It's doing very well though. Certainly no shortage in weight. Let's have a look at them as they waddle up the way there. A little bit of a penguin butt cam.
We all love a butt cam. Now,
Yes.
I've had some Clean Up Australia Day ideas.
Oh yes, great.
So Mandy had quite a list. Thank you, Mandy. You reusing plastic straws or cutlery, or bringing your own.
Perfect.
Your keep cups, of course. We love a keep cup.
Absolutely.
And avoid plastic cotton buds. You can get bamboo ones instead.
Yep, you can get bamboo ones, or you can get ones that seem to be almost made of cotton the whole way through as well,
yes.
or this sort of soft material. So yes, these are great ways that you can help keep Australia clean that don't involve going out and picking up the rubbish. You're just stopping the rubbish getting out there in the very first instance, and that's a really great way to go about it, isn't it? So great tips, Mandy. Thanks for those, and I hope through these live streams that we've been doing, for those of you who've watched many times in a row, you've probably heard quite a few conservation and tips, I guess, for keeping your rubbish low. Oh,
Yeah, I can hear them. They're very loud outside.
goodness, I've never noticed this before. So I'm guessing that the microphone won't pick this up. So I'm just going to have to tell you why I stopped and got very interested all of a sudden. So just outside, I can hear penguins. I'm hearing a kind of noise. And I don't usually hear them from indoors. That's quite surprising, I've got to say. I've never heard them from inside, so there must be some penguins literally right outside the window in this little room, our little studio that we've got here. So let's head back to the main camera since there's nothing much going on here. We've got a few more penguins coming in. I wonder if we're never in here this late or that often, perhaps?
Possibly.
And they just haven't made it all the way up here by then, perhaps? That was really bizarre. Wow, it's weird to hear them all the way up here through glass, through what you'd think would be a pretty soundproof room. Oh, what a treat. Didn't expect to hear penguins tonight. All right, any other questions, Viv?
Not quite a question, but Deborah's grandson Lachlan isn't feeling too well, but he loves the penguins, and I think he'd really like it. Well, not I. Deborah would really like it if we could give him a bit of a huck.
Oh, hi. Was it Lachlan?
Yes.
Hi, Lachlan. We're sorry that you're not feeling well. You know what? I wasn't feeling too well today either, so we're sort of matching in that way. So I would love to give a very hearty right to you, and I hope that makes you feel a little bit better. Hopefully it cheers you up, even if it can't make you feel a little bit better. I know that penguins are usually a bit of an antidote to my sorrows and my troubles when I'm feeling a bit low. Penguins make not everything better, but they sure do cheer you up, don't they? It's hard to be
always
hard to be too feeling too wronged when you're watching a penguin waddle along. It's just a very it's an intrinsically happy thing, isn't it? A penguin, and particularly our little penguins, the smallest and the cutest penguins in all the land. We've got a couple preening right on the edge here. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on them. They've really only just made it onto the rocks, and they're like, yeah, nah, I'm done. I'm not going any further. And one's thinking about continuing on. Big jump off the rock. I want to see you do a big jump. Nah, they're just going to preen. So we are Phillip Island Nature Parks, everybody. We are a self-funded or visitor-funded, not-for-profit conservation organisation. Most of our money does come through from people like you coming and visiting us, and we were absolutely sold out tonight, which is really good news. It is the long weekend. It is a special sort of bank holiday for those in the UK, bank holiday, long weekend here in Victoria, and I think lots of people have taken the opportunity to come visit us here on Phillip Island and are having a night out at the penguins. And they're getting lots of penguins, I've got to say. I'm seeing lots and lots of penguins. So hopefully they're having a good time out there. It's nice weather. And we're really appreciating their visits because, of course, that is funding the important conservation, education and research work that we do here. Oh, we've got 3 penguins running backwards up the highway. Oh, it's that chick again.
Actually, while we have
chasing
the
them opposite. Yep. What's the question?
While we have the chicks, we had a few people wondering if their parents don't come home since it is the molting season. What do you think will happen to this big fat chick?
Oh, okay. So if the parents, if this chick is hassling because its parents are not coming back and it's just getting a little bit hungry and is trying it on with any parent, to be honest, my guess, and I'm by no means an expert at this, but my guess would be that this chick is probably going to be okay. As I said, it looks very similar to the size and the amount of fluffy feathers that Bluey, our burrow cam chick, had. It's looking very similar, and I would imagine that even if it's not getting fed by its parents at this point, it's looking really big, it's looking really healthy, although it might be getting some food now. Is that another chick that's looking a bit older there? Whoop.
I have seen 2 there the last few nights, so I think they are siblings, just slightly different developmental stages.
Yeah, interesting. And what I think was really interesting with Bluey, and who I said looks quite similar to me, at least from my eyes, which is, I really want to clarify, I'm not expert eyes. I'm not a research technical officer like Paula, who we've had on the show before. But what Paula did tell me when we were looking at Bluey is that Bluey, despite all the fluff on him or her, did actually have all the adult feathers underneath. The fluff was on top, but the feathers were there. So Bluey was absolutely ready to go out if the parents didn't come back, which we think maybe the parents just stopped coming back, and Bluey went, right, okay, well, I guess I'm ready to go. I'm going to go. And so I would imagine that if this chick, if that was the same for this chick, if the parents stopped coming back, they'd probably wait a little bit and then just have to figure it out. And my hope would be that it would be okay. I think it looks pretty chunky. I think it looks like it's doing pretty well, but what do you think, Viv?
Oh, I agree. I think he's going to be absolutely fine.
I would think so. That would be my guess. And we'd really want to ask Paula to be absolutely sure. She'd probably want to give this penguin a good look to be absolutely sure, but it's a chunky penguin. You'd have to be all right. You'd think. I'd have high hopes. I'll put it that way. I'd be feeling pretty good for it. I wouldn't be losing sleep at night for this penguin because the parents have done a really good job so far. And I'd say it's really just on the edge of being ready to go.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. He looks fatter than all the other adults there.
Yeah, like well and truly good. And yeah, like Bluey, when he or she was last seen, Bluey was heavier than the average adult penguin. So we felt pretty confident that Bluey would be doing all right, despite the fluffy feathers. Oh, big poo. Oh, did you catch that? My goodness, that was like straight into the camera. Like I saw more than I needed to see. That was like an eye level view of quite a nasty poop. Oh gosh, we need like a slow motion replay for that. That was nasty.
I had a great metaphor from a guest the other night who said, the way a penguin poos is very similar to the way we sneeze. And I was horrified and I love it.
Oh, that's really disgusting to think about. It is. It's sort of the and then it just goes. And yeah, like I don't know. I'm not sure. At least on one of my nights, because often when you get a vision of a poo, you're coming from a bit of a downwards view, aren't you, Viv? You're looking down upon it. Whereas because that was or even on the highway, it is a slightly downwards view. But because that penguin was up on the hill, it was like eye to eye, if you know what I mean. Oh, yuck. Not what I needed on a Sunday night. I feel a bit dirty, Viv. I feel a bit. Oh, I'm gonna need a shower after that. As many of our research technical officers do after a day out with these penguins. In fact, I think I've still got a bit of a stain on my trousers from when I was out doing some penguin handling training with Paula, and yeah, got quite a projectile, like lovely chalk line down my pants, just frankly. It was lovely. And I had a meeting, like quite an important meeting that afternoon, quite a few of us in the room, and I came in and I was aware I was probably a little bit smelly, and I said, oh, sorry, if you smell the penguin, it's me. And most of my colleagues were very polite, and they said, oh, no, I can't smell anything, it's fine. And one of my colleagues was like, I can smell the penguin. I went, yeah, okay, I'll just sort of shuffle my chair back a little bit. Even with masks on, penguin it's a very strong smell, isn't it?
Yeah, you can always tell when there's chicks on molters around.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very distinctive. So we've only got about 5 minutes left, everybody. Any questions?
Any
Viv?
questions? Yes. Do the more aggressive chicks do better?
Do the more aggressive chicks do better? Now, it looks like someone might be like playing with our camera post because it keeps moving around. I might zoom out and hopefully it won't be as distinctive. Do they do better? I don't know. Do we know? Do you think they do?
Yeah, so from what I've always heard is that of the two chicks, there tends to be one who's a bit more...
Oh, of the two chicks, yeah, okay.
Yeah, there tends to be one who's a little bit more picky and a bit more feisty, and they tend to get most of the food, and they tend to grow up a little bit quicker than their sibling.
Yeah, right. I guess the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So yes, if we're talking about two of the same sibling, yeah, I can imagine if you're the one going, Mum, 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 just to placate you, just to get you gone, they might get a little bit of extra. In general though, what I will say is if this chick that we've been watching is hassling lots of different adults, it's not likely to get fed by adults that are not its adult. If it's not its parent, so this is trying it on again with this one that's just laid down, it being aggressive to more random adults is not likely to result in more food. Because from what I've heard, they can hassle and hassle and hassle, but unless it's their kid, other adult penguin is very unlikely to feed a chick that is not theirs. That sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yes,
That's what
it
I've
does.
heard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very unlikely. I sometimes wonder though, and this is just mere speculation, so don't hold me to this, but I sometimes wonder, like, sometimes you see two giant chicks really bullying quite a small little penguin, and I wonder if I were that penguin, I might just be like, okay, have some food now, let me go. I wonder if I might give up. But apparently I haven't been told that does happen. I just think if I were a penguin, maybe that I might give in to the bullying, because some of them are really intimidating.
It might be best that you're not a penguin then. You might not do too well.
I know, and I'd get hassled by every single bullying baby. Wallaby coming through as well. Fantastic. Yeah, but no, sometimes they're so vicious with their bullying. I just think, oh gosh, I don't know how I would not. I think I would just get bullied into submission in those moments. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. We've got just a couple of minutes left tonight. Have we had any more suggestions about ways that people can help clean up Australia or keep Australia clean?
Yes, we had Natalie suggested using a bar of shampoo instead of a bottle.
Oh, great suggestion. Yeah, absolutely, because then you don't have the plastic bottle. Fantastic. Yeah. And I've heard really good things. I've heard it does a good job. I haven't gone for it yet. Have you?
Oh, no. Don't have the medicated stuff.
No. They might need to get a bit more higher tech. But you know what? This is the thing. The more people ask for these things, the more that people say, hey, we would like to see plastic-free solutions, the more that companies will start to figure these things out, and you'll start to be able to get your favorite product or the product that you need in a bar form or with less plastic or all these sorts of things. It just takes the consumer saying, this is what we want and we're going to vote with our money. So, you know, it could be coming, Viv. It could be coming. But no, I haven't made the switch yet either. I just haven't been game. Or I don't know. They don't sell it at the supermarket I go to, I guess. If I saw it, I'm sure I would actually buy it. So maybe I just need to, you know what, that can be my little thing, because I'm already pretty good at the keep cups. I'm already pretty good on the straws. I'm already cutting down a lot of my plastic. Maybe that could be my next step. What I've learned is that one step at a time is a really good thing to do. You just go, okay, what can I try? And then once you've mastered that, once you've cut that thing bit down, you go, okay, now what's next? What's next? So maybe what's next for me is a bar of shampoo. Great suggestion, Natalie.
We had Yvonne talked about bamboo toothbrush and toothpaste tablets. Now the tablets sort of, I don't know, it sort of freaks me out a little bit, the thought of them, but
toothpaste tablets. So you just put a tablet on the brush?
You chew it and
oh, you chew it. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. This is great. We need to get your suggestions more often. I'm finding out things that I haven't really known about, or getting me to think about things that I haven't tried before. So hold me to account, everybody. Next time I'm on the stream, ask me how my bar of shampoo is going, and I might give the toothpaste tablets a go too. I guess, do they not come in a plastic?
I think they come in a bottle.
Bottle. Okay, so it's just a little bit less? Oh, like a glass bottle perhaps?
Probably.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, very interesting. All right, with 1 minute left, have we got any more questions, comments, anything that you'd like to say?
Yeah,
here?
let's go with what sort of what sort of predators are penguins worried about, and do we have sharks?
Oh, yes. Okay, so we do have sharks in the area. However, sharks are not what the penguins are particularly worried about. The penguins, because they're so little, they are most worried about aerial predators. They're worried about big birds of prey and predatory birds that might like to eat them. That's what they're worried about. They might also be worried about certain types of seals. Now, we have a lot of Australian fur seals right near us. In fact, we've got the biggest colony of Australia just here off the coast of the Nobbies. Is that correct?
Yep.
Between 20 and 30,000, I believe they put it up. But they don't seem to eat our little penguins. But like if a leopard seal, for instance, were to come along, they might like to eat a penguin. But yeah, look, as far as I understand, because they are so small, it is the birds that they are particularly worried about. But look, I think these lights are going to go off any minute.
Any minute.
End of the count?
Yeah.
Yep, it's been called. So we better go, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for your patience. Sorry that we were late tonight, but we'll see you again tomorrow night. Until then, I guess we better huck on away. Yeah. So goodbye, everyone. Jump on in, Viv, for the goodbye. And bye. Huck